Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to another run of Factorio in the old C block. Really getting into this game, playing nothing but this game actually for the past couple of days. Haven't done any KSP or Mega Base, but that's fine. I'll get into a more balanced mix probably after I get into a stable C block, because while this thing isn't stable, I am not happy. So I've actually left this running for almost 24 hours. I made a couple of changes and then I let it run full speed. So let's go through those changes a little bit. First off, I cut off this. I cut off the boilers because they just weren't doing what I needed to do. Basically, at this point, I got to the point where I was generating about 2.2 megawatts from the solar, and I needed about 5.6 megawatts from the thing. So even with both these guys running, it wasn't quite enough to keep everything going. And what happened was the carbon dropped off bit by bit, and then eventually the carbon completely dropped off. And the problem was these were only being powered like for a few seconds, and then they would go back down. And the problem is all the machines would run really freaking slow, and just nothing would happen. Just nothing would happen, which means the carbon wasn't being produced, and the most of the carbon that was being produced was going into here and basically disappearing down a black hole. So what I did was I just said cut it off, because it was starting to get to the point where I wasn't actually getting enough carbon for other things. And the other things I'll start talking about now. So I decided my one escape out of this hellhole of power was to go for solar panels. So I went ahead and I researched solar panels. There we go, solar energy. Needs red and green. I don't know how I researched landfill. I definitely didn't do that, but maybe I get that by default. So I researched solar panels. I produced 250 green science packs. Basically, I produced the inserters and the transport belts by hand. So 250 these guys, 250 these guys. Transport belts weren't too bad. Inserters were a bit more painful, but I did produce them. Took a bit of time, but did it. Chucked them all into this machine. Got it done. And then I set up to start building as many solar panels as I can. Now, the steel already had 350, so that's close to 100 of these guys. Copper, not a big problem. The big deal is the basic electronic plants, the basic electronic boards, and this is what I've been doing for the past 24 hours. So I set up a system here for the solder. So the solder requires solder plate, which I got from Mr. Lead and Tin. Just chucked those into this thing pretty much and got some solder plate. And then I also belted this stuff from all the way over here where we had the brown algae being made into the alginic acid. So that was fun. And that gave me almost 5,000 of these. If we have a look at the recipe, this is a 151 basically. So this guy got almost completely full, not quite, but decently enough. And then I also had the electronic components. I got about 11.5k out of those. I was hoping to fill up all 5 chests, but it just didn't happen. I don't actually know what the deal is with it. I closed these off before. I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, so basically that was copper coming in from here, tinned copper wire coming in from here with the tin plate, chuck that in there, create a bunch of those with the carbon. And yeah, I really needed to keep this carbon up, mainly for these guys, as well as the fuel to get these guys going. So that's why I chopped it off on the power there, because too much was just getting thrown into that black hole. And so I had to let the base run at like 2.2 megawatts. And it was very slow and it was very draining for a long time. It's settled down now because I've cut off large pieces of the base. I cut this off, so this lag is no longer going through it. I actually got rid of the water because I didn't want these to back up to like 200 or something. And I also cut off this line, so all of these guys backed up and didn't go anywhere. Mainly because I wanted this to finish off. This is the basic circuits, basic circuit boards, 3.1k. And overnight, I ran out of copper plates in this thing, actually. And so I wanted to get this finished off, which it has been running for the last 10 minutes with a lot of power, because that's why I shut down the rest of the base, so this would have a ton of power. So we are almost at the point where we can really do stuff. And I got a shitload of landfill as well because this system right here. So I upgraded these to fast inserters so they could snatch stuff as it went past, which was good. But most of it ended up going into these ore crushers. And this was 11k. Seriously, when I got home from work today, that was 11k in that chest. These other two chests had like 300 each or something like that. So they are doing a really shit job. Whereas these guys doing a much better job. So anyway, the point of that is we have a ton of stuff. So let's get all of that. Let's get all of that. And let's get all of that. So that equals a lot of these guys. And I realize they take 1 second each to produce. Though I did not think that through. But then again, I did not think the 10 seconds to produce solar panels through either. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to do some machines. How many of these do I have? Not that many. That's all right. So we'll do a thing there. Give me some chests. Iron chests, please. Don't want to get into the steel yet. No. Maybe I should have done this beforehand. Okay. So you are now basic. Oh, I can't even build them off these assemblers. Damn, so I'm going to have to hand build them. Oh man, this is going to suck. Okay, well, we'll get into it a little bit. So this is, how much did we say? So this was, we got 22 here, 22 solar panels. So I feel like 78 is what we need. Now these take 3 components as well, so I still couldn't assemble them, even if I did make the handcraft the other bits. 2, so there should be 10 left over at the end. At least we just have to make the basic electronic boards. We don't have to make any of the crap underneath them. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and plan this out. So 100, we're going to have 100 solar panels. So I'm thinking, you need to go away. Let's just extend this up a little bit. So what do we got here? Blueprint. That's 12. Oh, I can actually select landfill? Really? It recognizes that it's landfill somehow. So that's 12. Now, getting a row of 20 is probably going to be too much. So 100. Let's just get a row of 10. One, two, three, 4. Okay. So now we do the blueprint. That's 10 right there. So you go away, you go away, you go away. And then this space over on the left, we can put all the accumulators over there or something. Okay. Do we want to tuck that in a bit more? I think it's fine. No more poles either. Okay. Alrighty. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's kind of a wacky line to push out there. So let's push it over this way. There we go. Now we'll need to make a few more power lines. Let's just get rid of these accumulators. Not really worried about the power at the moment, I guess. So now it's landscape time. So this is going to be a few blocks up here. So let's get rid of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try and get it as close as possible. So one more bit. There we need another one, because of course I don't think we can put poles. No, can't put poles over there. And what did we say? Like so. Okay, so let's get that done. Our island of solar panels. And then that should take care of our daytime power for a little while anyway. Nighttime power will be dependent entirely on accumulators, which we cannot build. We just can't build them. We need batteries. Batteries need a whole lot of things like lithium, I think. So if we have a look at accumulators, electric energy, yeah, batteries. Although it's not actually that bad. Lithium is the second level batteries. These are not too bad. Plastic is the only thing that might be a problem. Plastic needs liquid plastic, which needs propane. I'm not entirely sure how to get propane, but the last time I did angels, see this? This is pain. This is pain. So that produces methane, and I think you get methane into petroleum. Basic chemistry. There's probably propane around here somewhere. Sure. Screw it. Screw that for a joke. I don't want to have to deal with that shit. Anyway, so we're not going to. Another bunch of solar panels. Can I get down that way anymore? Nope. That is not quite going to work. So yes, accumulators. Do that like that, then we can get a pole. Might have to do some power poles in weird situations here to get this working. So do that like that. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow. No, that's not going to work, is it? We need space. Need a little bit of space. A little bit of space in between those guys. We need space where the power pole is supposed to be. But which means we should have a one gap. I think we need a one gap. How does that look? Still looks ugly as all hell. We kind of need the power poles to have no gap, really. Might have to steal a power pole from somewhere. Not sure I need you guys anymore. Don't think I need you guys anymore. You can lose all of the power poles. So right next to it, right next to it, right next to it. Is that good enough? That's not even joining to anything. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Excellent. Now I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 55. I just cancelled because I need to get those power poles going. And yeah, I really need to get those power poles going so we can at least get some decent amount of power for the rest of this base. And I reckon this will still be a short video because, yeah. Let's go put some more of these up. Oh, I thought I'd have more than that. Okay, we'll have another 5 in just a sec. And then start pushing the power everywhere. You just tear it down completely. Because I don't think we're going to use this power at all anymore. Unless we somehow find a system that really can push the coal out there or the carbon. I don't think it makes much sense at this point. And get back rid of that, so it's only 1/2 of the belt, which is nicer anyway. Yeah, didn't like having it be double-sided, but yeah, sometimes you just got to do it. Let's cancel these 3 as well. I don't feel like waiting for those. So that's 3. And then 55 after that. That should be enough power poles. How many did I make? 15, but they produce 2 each. Why are you not on my bar? Now we just need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, better, much better. And now we are pushing out. We're only pushing out 600 because we only need that many. So let's turn some things back on. Let's turn this on. Let's turn this on. And we need to do this again. So that'll get the base started up again, warmed up again, starting to use up these things. 3.5 megawatt is what we're producing, so that's with 59. So we're looking at about 6.5, maybe something like that when we've got all of these solar panels set up, which will be nice, but yeah. Still a fair ways away, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's interesting. So that's because I'm producing lots of 5 at the moment. Did I overproduce by 1? Did I? Let's have a look. So I'm producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 55. Producing 55 more, and currently I have 60. Hang on a second. Okay, that's better. Now I'm producing 40 more, and I have 60, so that'll give me up to 100. What is your problem? Need power poles, do you? It would be nice to have 4 more of these, but unfortunately we do not. Wait, 4 more would be 26. How does that work? 6 by 6. So we got 32. That's where my miscalculation came into being, because I thought we started with 22 solar panels, or we started with more. That's weird. Anyway, we're producing solar panels right now, and we'll just wait till the next day. So anyway, we're definitely getting up the solar production now. I could wait like a couple of days before restarting this base and let it fill up the accumulators, but I don't think these accumulators are going to be enough anyway. I think we're always going to be boned when it comes to letting those guys fill up. But that's just... This is weird. So producing lots of 5, and then somehow I end up with 6 here. And now I'm going to produce... I do not understand this. Where do these phantom solar panels keep coming from? 60. 66. I could have sworn I calculated that. I got no more in my inventory that are missing, that are not doing stuff. Okay. So, 66, 71, 86, 96, 100. Well, that should be it. That should be 100. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to build more, honestly. But for now, I feel like 100 probably won't be enough. Let's be honest, it probably won't be enough. Let's have a look when it's fully up and running. So, yeah. So we got 66 at the moment, which means this is 2/3 of our expected capacity. Which yeah. So let's have a look at the power. Already? No? Haven't got the accumulators up yet. Still low. Still fairly low. This should go up to at least 4, I reckon. Maybe not. I'd like it if it goes up to 4. It's still going up. Still going up. Taking its sweet time though. There we go. Caps out at 3.9. Yeah. So 3.9 divided by 1.5. That's not good. That is not good. Okay. We may need more. We may need a lot more solar panels. Or maybe we just need to constrain our thinking somewhat to not go completely overboard. Go away. You're not needed anymore. Really got to be saving power in as many places as we can, because look at these electrolyzers, man. Do we really need that many electrolyzers? I'm not sure that we do. Okay, landfill. I got a gut full landfill at the moment. So let's cross those off. Let's actually cross them off up here. That'll stop these guys working. This will naturally stop these guys working. That's fine. This is a coal loop, and since we're not using power, this will back up naturally, which will slow down the water. And yeah, so we'll stop producing landfill from there. We'll keep producing landfill from these, because that makes sense. And hopefully that should shut down our power a little bit. Keep our power a little bit more limited. Yeah, 3.9. Not good enough. Wow, that's going back into the red. That is very, very unhappiness. Okay. I feel like it would not be a bad idea to start getting some more steel going. Because, yeah, solar panels, apparently they are the bee's knees when it comes to getting shit done. So we may need to expand this up. Maybe to 200. It's still going to suck at night. Night, we're still going to go dead because the accumulators, even if we get enough solar panels to charge them up to full, the accumulators are still not going to last us all night. Not with the current that we're taking down. And I mean, this setup for building these basic circuits, that's basic. That's as basic as you can get right there. So it's not like we're overdoing it. It's not like we're going to fall backwards. We've got one of these for each of them. It's really this electrolyzer deal. These guys. They suck up so much, but unfortunately, that's all we can do. We need to get... What we need to do is we need to get sorting. So we need to reinstate the ore sorting facilities. So we need a couple more of those. And then we need to investigate the metallurgy. Now, I don't know how much energy these use up. They use a bit. But they'll give us a bit more efficiency. I'm not sure if we should do those before we have power. These guys, 150, 600 kilowatts. Not sure about that. But that'll give us some slag back, which will reduce the efficiency on these guys. And yeah, maybe it'll be a good idea. start getting some more of these guys. There we go, it's boosted up a bit. Still in the red, so still extremely painful. But that's kind of where we are. So what I might have to do is, okay, let's go ahead and grab you. You need to be there. Now iron is nice at the moment, but we need steel for the solar panels. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Damn, still got so many of these wood pellets. 163. Whoops. Let's not chuck them in there. I'm just kind of saving them for a rainy day, because this thing has a habit of breaking down completely and the loop absolutely falling apart. So there we go. Power's starting to go down, so the base will shut down. There's nothing I can do about that. Until I get enough solar panels there to actually drink up the accumulators, and even then the accumulators would probably die. So that's all there is to it. But anyway, we're going to do some ore sorting. This I definitely want to do. These things: blast furnace, chemical furnace, induction furnace, and casting machine. I don't know if we need a chemical furnace. And this is a blast furnace. And then what do? That's an induction facility, which is convenient to molten iron. And then this is the casting furnace. And this is the normal thing we've been doing. And this is the thing that we were doing after we had the thingo before. So yes, this is kind of our aim, but at the same time, the power requirements are painful. So maybe I'll do some... Oh, I did get this mod. I don't know if I told you about this mod, but I got this mod. So you basically figure out how to make stuff. So let's go through here. Liquid plastic. Okay. Naphtha, polyphene, liquid... formaldehyde. Okay, let's just go for propane. Propane gas valve. That's not... Methanol and steam. Gas, steam, cracking one. Alright, so steam is easy. Methanol is easy as well. Actually, I think methanol is very easy. Where did I see how to do methanol? That was very easy. There we go. Okay, so plastic is not going to be all that hard, I guess. Because we take this cellulose fiber, convert it into methanol, and then where's that gas cracking? Gas processing, gas steam cracking. So a bit of green research to get up here. 150. We start building these guys, and then we do this. Methanol, and we get some petroleum, propane, and then was that it? How painful was the rest of it? Plastic var. So we need assembly machine 2s. That's not too bad. This need... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So that's it. So we can possibly get some plastic in the next couple of episodes. And from there, we can build accumulators. Electric energy accumulators. Sweet. Okay. Well, that's another... Oh, God, look at the dependency chain for that. Although we need most of these anyway. Gas processing, advanced chemistry, oil processing. We would need a lot of those anyway, just to get up to plastics. Just to get up to batteries, and just to be able to build that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think that's something I'm going to go for. Probably next episode, we'll start running in that direction, I guess. I might research all of that stuff offline. Just get all of that research done offline. Let's do the math here. Let's handcraft all those research things, because I can sit back and I can do that offline, and then I can slowly feed them into the thing. So let's do the maths here. Okay. So we need gas, steam, cracking. And we need gas processing. So it's 50, 100, 150. And these two are needed for plastic, but I don't think this guy is. So gas steam cracking is the guy off to the side. And then, okay, and then we go here. So yeah, so we got 50 off to the side, and then, so it's a total of 200, 350, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800. Holy crap sticks. Okay. It's a good thing we're making this stuff manually. So what is your problem? Your problem is going to be iron, isn't it? Okay, that was a lot of iron. 800. Jesus, we can almost make that. Okay. Let's take these back. Let's take these back. 703, 721. So yes, we're making a decent amount of steel for more solar panels, which is definitely a good idea because we need to make those. But I feel like getting the research done, and we will see. So landfill, I got a lot, so I've cut that off so that we don't do extra processing there, so that's fine. Sending these goes through to do this. Let me see. The accumulators do not need basic electronic components. I believe I've got enough of these guys already. So what I might do is I might constrain these chests a wee bit. And this guy I'll leave alone because I think we need a bunch of those for... Do we need a bunch of those? Energy accumulators. Oh god, how am I going to find this again? Plastic, batteries. What do you need? Just the batteries, lead, plastic bars, and that. Plastic bars is a whole bunch of gases. So yeah, we don't really need. I'll constrain them a bit higher though because they are nice, but that'll be it. They need copper anyway. So if we don't give them copper, they don't do a lot. So yeah, turn that off. Gonna have to let this go a bit to get enough, but yes, 800. I believe we can do it. Yes, I believe we can do it. So, anyway, that is going to be that for this episode. I will continue to place these down, and offline we will build a whole bunch of batteries. No, not batteries. We'll just build a whole bunch of science to get that science done. And the next episode will come in fresh, and we'll start going towards those things, those wonderful little batteries. Let me just check to make sure here. So oil and gas separator, I can build that. Oil processing, and build that if I had to. Gas processing, I could build that. I just don't want to get sidelined by anything. Gas steam cracking, yeah, I can build that. Oil processing. Advanced chemistry, build these if I need to. Yep, liquefy Mark II, can build that. Plastic, yes. Doesn't tell me what machine it's made in, but I'm going to assume that it's made in one of these fancy machines that I already have. And I've got chemical plants and stuff like that, so yeah, that's fine. So the next few episodes are all going to be getting a massive amount of accumulators and a massive amount of solar panels. So yeah, priority on the science, I guess, but we will also need 4.5 per. That's a massive, massive amount. Also 1.5 copper. So yes, I will just leave these guys running for a long time. And you should hopefully be backed up fairly soon. Let's fill this back up because I do not want these guys to be doing a lot. So that is okay. So that'll back up, which will hopefully allow more electricity. We're getting close. 5.4 megawatts. Very happy about that. But that'll allow more electricity to get in there and get some stuff doing. Oh, it's just started becoming night. Oh, well, I feel like we were closer to getting something happening there. Even with these things shut down, it's still, these guys are still being fully used. These guys just suck up that slurry and these guys just slurp it down completely. And hopefully once these guys back up a little bit, we'll be fine. Because, yeah, these guys will back up with their solder. And we don't need a lot of that. So this is going to be another overnight sort of deal where we just leave it to go. And I got to go to like the doctors and do some other stuff. So probably when I get back, I will make an effort to kick off that science production. Okay. We are 800. I almost feel like I could have a machine do that for me. That particular thing. So maybe we will. I'll have a machine do that, and then I'll handcraft the green science. Okay. Okay. How much is this? I don't know what this is missing, is the problem. Can't be these, because I got a ton of them. I have a feeling it's copper. But there's no other place I can get copper from. 5 seconds per 800 times 5. What's 800 times 5? 4,000. That's just over an hour. 4,000 seconds, just over an hour. You know, that's probably alright. By the time I get back from the doctors, that'll be done. So anyway, what we need to do, dump that in there. No, don't steal my 801. 800. Boom. So yeah. Oh, that just halved. You don't directly need copper, do you? For this? No, it's just iron. It's just iron. So 3, 6. So we need 6 iron per these guys. So it really is just iron. Just so much freaking iron that we need here. Okay. Yes. Executive decision time. You turn off, you turn off, you turn off. Okay. You got all of the slag and sludge you could ever want. Alright, that'll give us a ton of iron. And what is it? 6 per? So I got like 1,300 here. That does it says 4.5. There must be some ratio related. Oh, of course, because this produces 2. So it's really 1.5 times 3, which is 4.5. Who'd have thought? Okay, we're gonna finish that off here. I've actually got all my solar panels done. Hooray for me. 100 solar panels. 5 should be 6 megawatts. And that's actually enough. Look at that. I did shut a little bit of things down, but that is enough to keep our base running at full capacity. Where is it? There we go. You got 160 kilowatts, not 200 kilowatts to charge the accumulators. God, please tell me some of these things are going to back up soon. We've only got one of these guys running. So you have got to start backing up soon. Please tell me. I mean, look at this. 50 every 4 seconds. You are using 25 every 4 seconds. 1.5, 1.5. So I'm producing 4 times as much as I need. There we go. Starting to back up. Okay. Now we'll see some backup. And hopefully these electrolyzers will eventually back up. Hopefully they will. Yeah, starting to back up, starting to back up. Yeah, starting to back up. Excellent, 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 excellent. We really don't need copper for anything. I feel okay with turning copper off, but I definitely feel okay with turning the other 2 off. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. So another 100 of these will be 1,400 basic electronic boards, which we already have. We got enough for that, and then 300 left over, plus whatever's in this chest, which is 1k. Wow. Okay, so we're definitely got enough. So I don't need to pump any more copper into there. All right, come on, drain, damn you. They're gonna back up. Of course, they're gonna back up until they got like 100 in there. Like the stupid things they are, but that's just the way things go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I definitely think I'm finished now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one.